can't prepare. I don't have money. Guys, with just a little bit of money and the mindset of slow and steady wins the race, you can prepare. I want to touch on food. I want to touch on water and cooking. I want to touch on first aid and hygiene. And I want to talk about protection and self-defense. And I'm going to talk about all of this and how you can prepare for all of this with just $20. So, let's start first with food. As much as I love guns, as much as I love everything else, I think we can all agree here that without food, we're not going to survive very long. And let's just cut to the chase. We all have to eat, no matter what we think. Even if we know that we are Rambos, we still have to eat. So, $20. What $20 will give us? Well, today's world is a little bit on the expensive side, so $20 is not like it used to be, but $20 will still get you a 10 bag of rice for approximately $9.99, 4 cans of bean for $4, $1 each, and 48 ounces of vegetable oil, approximately $6. That is a total of $19.99. The result is over 20,000 calories of stable food. Is it the best food ever? No, it's not. But you also don't you're not using hundreds of dollars, you're using $20. But guess what? Next month, you can go and use another $20 because we're using $20 every week, right? And a month usually has 4 weeks. So you're going to be using $80 a month. That's it. And that is, friends, that is not a lot of money. So, second part, water and cooking. Now, when it comes to water and cooking, you have to understand that $20 will not go that long. But again, you're starting and you need to start at some point. And I'm trying to give you ideas. One case of water bottles, a 24 case, is approximately $6. 1 gallon of unscented bleach, that if you don't know how to use it, I encourage you to look up how to purify water with bleach and whatnot. But 1 gallon is approximately $8. 5 packs or a pack of 5 big lighters is approximately $6. That is about $20. Now you may be asking yourself, well, Billy, you're not saying anything about cooking. I am giving you the ability of starting a fire. That's how you cook, by starting a fire. Remember, it's just $20. And you have to include their water. So, now that you have water, and now that you have a way to purify water, the way for you to cook is by making a fire with those lighters. Next month, you probably can get something else. But for right now, I think that is sufficient. Now, first aid and hygiene. This is something that a lot of people talk about, tourniquets, and they talk about all the other stuff. But guys, if you're starting, how about bandages, gauzes, antiseptic wipes? Just a basic first aid kit. It's about $10. That's what it is. How about some generic pain relievers? $5. That's it. 3 bars of soap. A pack of 3 bars of soap. That is $5. That is $20. If you get a cut, now you can treat it. If you get fever, well, there you go. Hygiene. I cannot emphasize enough about keeping yourself clean at all given times. Keep yourself clean, thereby you will not get sick as much. Why do you think people back in the day got so many diseases? If you bathe once a month, what do you think is going to happen? So, soap, People take it for granted nowadays, but let me tell you something. Soap has changed the way things are. The way that we used to get sick. The way that... Let's come clean. Back in the day, people were very filthy. And because of it, they got sick. And because they got sick, well, the life expectancy of a person was not very long. In fact, a person who was in their 40s and 50s, wow, it was considered an old man or an old woman. So, staying clean means keeping yourself healthy. And again, I'm telling you this, and a lot of people tend to ignore this. In fact, I have seen very few people talk about hygiene when it comes to having soaps put away and toothpaste and all of that. I've seen very few people considering this. So, yeah, first aid and hygiene, $20, just $20 that week. You are in your third week. You already have your food, you have your water, and now you have your first aid and hygiene. The fourth week is protection and self-defense. Now, for $20, I have to assume that you have some sort of self-protection. I have to assume it because there's no way that a boomstick is going to cost you $20. If you have the most common round up there, which is the 9mm, you often see a box of 100 rounds of millimeter for approximately $20. That is 20 cents a round. You often see that. You don't want to do that. You want to get 50 rounds. 50 rounds, depending on which way you go, it can cost you between $10 and $12. You can pair that up with 22s. A 50 round 22 of Aguila ammo, 22 long rifle, it runs about $3.99. At the end of the day, with one $20 bill, you can get 100 rounds at a very minimum to practice, to put food on your table, and to protect yourself. So the idea of I can't prepare because there is no money, I want you to tell me this. How much is a box of cigarettes cost nowadays? The normal average smoker out there smokes between 2 to 3 packs a week. Well, that's a low smoker. I mean, I know people who go through 2 packs a day. It's a little on the high side, but okay. If you chew tobacco, same thing. What I'm trying to say here, if you go to McDonald's, if you get coffee, $20, we can definitely scrap $20 and use it to prepare. The thing is that I give you 4 weeks. Once you finish with the protection and self-defense, you jump back into food. You go back into water, into hygiene and first aid, ammo again, and so on and so forth. When you realize after 3 or 4 months what you have, you will be like, oh my God, I was able to prepare on a minimum budget. You know how I know? Because I have done that before, and it truly works. So, at the end of the day, $20 a week can get you prepared. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't try to be like the rabbit, just running. No. Be the turtle. Slow and steady. And I guarantee you, 100%, you will win the race. With that being said, I hope you like this. I hope you got something out of it. And always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow. Like I was drug on, prep on, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the pinned comment below. Consider joining our Frontier Prepper Squad or let an add to your run. It really does make a difference. And always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow.